Good morning. I see someone popped in. I wasn't even sure if I had said it public, so it's nice to see someone here. Today I'm just going to walk up this bank. I'm on the Youngs River Bay, out there where you see that ship. That's the Columbia River. There's a lot of history in Astoria, so this shoreline will get old brick and old railroad spikes from when they built the jetty out there in Warrenton. There was a lot of tracks that ran through here. There's glass and other fun things out here because this is all riprap that was quarried from somewhere else. I'll get quartz and agates and other things every once in a while. If there's anyone here who wants to jump in chat, that's cool. It's a beautiful day out here, though. Just enjoying the moment before I start looking down, seeing if I can find anything. You can jump in chat and say good morning if you'd like. So what are we going to do? Look for stuff. Yeah, I found some mud there, Tog. That's all mud flat out there for the most part. We get just about 15-20 feet out of the riprap, and that's a big flat, and the tide's actually going out. I'm just enjoying the moment. It's peaceful. Right out there's the Columbia. What am I hoping to find today? Well, mostly this area is just a good spot for me close to town to get out and enjoy nature. But because there's so much history here, there's bricks, there's old railroad spikes, there's interesting pieces of metal and other building materials. There'll be broken glass. Last time I was out here, I found a handful of broken uranium glass pieces. And because this is all riprap that was quarried from different locations, I've found nice quartz chunks. Every once in a while, I'll pull a nice agate out of here. What else? And then when I get closer to the end there at that point, because I'm a nature guy, you get near the Columbia and I flip some of those rocks down there, and there's eels and jellyfish and cool stuff like that. So yeah, I figured I'd run around out here today, regardless if anyone came out. I just needed to take advantage of some coastal blue skies, which we don't get all the time. And so here I am. I'm glad you popped in, bro. So let's look down. So I'm probably on the shadowed side, which probably does not make this very good. I probably should have started from the other end. But let me give you an example of what we might find. I had seen a couple things earlier, which is why I put my bucket here. I was probably walking this way, which gives me a better angle. Let me give you... Oh, and there's tons of... so here's a little something I had seen. Oh, also, if you love tumbled glass, I just noticed this. There's a lot of this. And this one's got a little label there. I'll be able to ID that. There's some cool breweries around here, so I found some bottles that were from the 20s and things like that. That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of that around here, and it's all been tumbled nice. Just you can't tell, but there's just a little seam there. you kind of never know what you'll find here. And the tides come in pretty strong every day, so gets mixed up. So I'll put that in my bucket, why not? See, here's a piece of old brick. Some of them are whole. I actually started thinking about collecting them and making a wall around an area of my property. Some of them will be stamped and whole, which is kind of nice. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, brother? Just messing around out here on the Youngs River Bay that connects us out here, which is the Columbia. Those hills on the other side, that's Southwest Washington. Oh, see, there's a lot of this here too. Just the like quartzite, sugar agate types. That's loaded. They're all over here. Mudlark, what up, Betty? Thanks for popping in. I'm actually hoping, I tried to have a live about a month or so ago from here, and the sound didn't come out, so I kind of gave up. But then when I was walking out here, I found a handful of really nice photoreactive chunks of uranium glass. They were kind of scattered up around in different places. A lot of this type of stuff. I don't keep it anymore. I used to. This area actually was the spot that made me get excited about rocks and get restarted, because like I said, way back in the day, a couple years ago now, sorry, it wasn't that far back, but a couple years ago, I needed to reconnect with nature, and I came out here to just get some sun, and I looked down, I found this nice quartz piece, and I was done. That was it. It started me, and then here I am doing what I'm doing. There's a lot of cool slag sometimes too. That's a little piece of slag, but nothing cool there. What else do we find? What else do we find? I found some nice old spikes last time. They were worth keeping and collecting. Some of them are pretty much falling apart. I think that's another chunk of slag mixed in with the rock. My sun went away, so I'm not getting as much reflection, which does not help. If I make it all the way down to the end, we'll flip some rocks and see if we find any eels. What's that one? I don't think that's an agate. That's probably a little bit more of that quartzite type stuff. Little sugar agates. This little seam. Nope. Brick. How's everyone's morning going? I woke up with a smile again today. That's why I jumped out here to soak up some of that vitamin D. Oh, and great. I can see that YouTube is offering us up some AI sort of generated stuff. It just wanted me to click a button which would have given us chat subject, such as, what is your favorite bread? That's what just popped up on my screen. Great. I'm gonna be out here looking for rocks and stuff, and we're gonna be asking what's your favorite bread. Good job, YouTube. I'm glad you're doing well there, Betty. Have I ever found a CBA? Well, I tell you what, Jeff, I have a whole thing going on with the CBAs. Right around here, no. And have I ever found one? No. But if you go out that direction, which you won't, I will, and I have, there's an area, and I've done videos there, it's called Clatsop Spit. It's the South Jetty in Warrenton. Well, that area has a glacial till area where rocks came down some 10,000 years ago from the Columbia, and I've found some things there that I feel like are really close to CBAs, and so it's kind of one of my subjects. I want to keep going there until I find a CBA. Of course, if it's found there, no one's going to call it a CBA, so it'll be I'll have to name it. I think I was going to call them CSAs, Clatsop Spit Agates, if I find them. But technically, they should be coming from the upper Columbia, and they would be CBAs. And Betty says, sourdough, that's the favorite bread. Well, then you would love visiting San Francisco, Betty, because that whole town smells like sourdough bread. Well, just depends on what part you go to, because the other part smells like piss. But one part of San Francisco smells like bread all the time. Hey, Mama Earth. From the UK. Very nice. I'm honored you stopped in. We're just out here on the Columbia, which is out there. That's hills of Washington. And the Youngs Bay. That's the new Youngs Bay Bridge going from Astoria to Warrenton, out on the coast, here in Oregon. Just walking along, seeing if we can find anything cool around here. A lot of Astoria history, so you never know what you're going to find here. Always feel lucky if I find a bottle or something like that. There's a lot of breweries I mentioned. Found a nice one from Washington, from 1940s or something like that. And it does help when I have better light and probably going the other direction. But I wanted to work my way to the point. And nothing. Looks like a little bit of granite something. Mama Earth says, I watch when I can with envy. Y'all very blessed with your rocks. Yes, we are. And this isn't a big rock spot where I'm at today, but I needed to take advantage of some sun because here in Astoria, we don't get it all the time. And got to soak up that vitamin D for happiness. You're all just hanging out with me this morning. And I'm not going long, maybe another 20 minutes or so. I got to get home and do some things and then prepare to probably go on live for sale later. I just could not stay away. And I wish I could take you into the creeks with me, but as soon as I head out of town, I lose all of my signal. So I'll take advantage of what I can get. Jeff definitely has a site. Mama Earth, if you don't know, you go check out J&V Rock Hounding and Betty, Rock Betty. They're both great. J&V, Jeff cuts some amazing things. Betty does some amazing epoxy work right now. I believe that's what you'd call it, resin work. So yeah, great people, great channels. Go check them out for sure. If I was better about managing my lives, I'd put a link in there now. But Jeff, if mods are open type stuff, you can go ahead and do that. I don't know if I even have that. Look at that. That's probably the top of a pin or a screw or something. That'd be cool if we found something nice today, though. But that, I guess, goes without saying. That's funny. I've been out here so many times and I've never noticed this. It's like a whole brick wall section. Almost looks like a chimney. A huge one. But since we're here, we'll look at rocks. And the tide does make it all the way up here, so again, you never know. In fact, some of the best ones, I have this stunner orange glower carnelian that I found once, and it was from farther back here. Stuff is still probably coming out of there. That one that I found, carnelian that I was talking about, was actually me pulling back these reeds and this kind of stuff, and it was just shining right under that. I don't have enough hands to do that today, though. Mama Earth says, thank you for sharing your site with some of us. Unpaid care, getting out is tough. Farmer across my house now lets me rock hunt and take me to his dugout field for some monster size. That's awesome. I'm glad you can find your way to get your glory out of life when you're working so hard for other people. What up, Jason? How you doing, bro? Thanks for stopping in. We're just messing around out here on the Youngs River Bay in Columbia. Tide's going out, just kind of getting some sun, enjoying the friends, recoup, and then I'll be getting out of here in a little while and preparing for another sail tonight. Not sure what time yet, though. Anything pretty in here? And all this rock here is not naturally from here, if I did not mention. It's all quarried riprap from other locations, which is the reason why I can find agates or quartz and other things, jaspers. But just about 10 or 20 feet outside of that is all mud flat. When tide is really low, other than that, I don't know if you can see it, there's a post out there with the red flag. That's the deeper water, but most of this whole area will just look like a big mud flat. Living vicariously through me? I'm living vicariously through me. I'm doing wonderful things, and if I stop at the end of the day and think about how I'm connecting with everyone, I'm still amazed. I'm a guy that was afraid to graduate high school because I did not want to get up on stage to grab a diploma, because then people would have looked at me. And now I'm sitting here putting myself in front of the whole world. It's pretty ridiculous. Chunk of quartzite again, a bigger piece of that like sugar agate. It's only green because of the moss. What are you asking, Tog? Why are you doing that? Why am I doing what, bud? Why am I throwing that back, or why am I out here? Reading some of that chat. Wait, what'd you mean, Tog? Oh, why did I do that? Put myself in front of the whole world? I don't know, man. I'm getting too old to sit in my curmudgeonly little dark cave and hate the world. So, you know, I'm living. And actually, I tell you what, I was always fairly dark back in the day for me. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always been connected to earth, trees, like I was born of the earth, right? And I always had that in me. So for me, it was like a battle against humanity and Mother Nature. And most of my life, up until my 20s, I had almost dreamed of that meteor coming and wiping off humanity so that nature could have a chance. So that us as parasites on the planet would be gone and the earth could breathe again. Well, I found love and I found my wife a couple decades ago, and that changed the way I felt about humanity in general. And I opened up a lot and realized that the connections I have with people are some of the most important things that I have. And my glory is coming from making people happy, bringing smiles. So if I'm out here and you're laughing, you're enjoying your time with me, then I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to be doing on this planet. That'll be my legacy. Just a piece of old metal, a lot of that. What? Oh, nope, that's nothing. So I'm gonna speed up the pace. I just didn't want to get you all dizzy. We're gonna be looking for something. What? Come on. You know, I usually do a little something like this, and I didn't do that this morning. So I'm gonna put my hand in the water and thank Mother Nature for being here for us so that we can calm our souls. And I will ask for her to share something great with us today. But I got the sun in Astoria, so that's already a great gift. I'm trying to shine my light, my friends. And more I do this, I tell you what, I get these flashbacks of my father, who has been passed for many years. He was a Baptist preacher, so I grew up seeing him up on a pulpit, speaking to people, watching the look in people's eyes as he brought them what they needed. And I guess I'm kind of walking in the same footsteps. Sort of, I guess. Mind the microplastics? Yeah, I guess I will. I wash my hands when I'm done here, and I'm not drinking any of that, that's for sure. I'm glad you guys could hang out. This is cool. I really do appreciate it. Lonnie is in the house, or actually, Lonnie is out on the river. Thanks for popping in. I will tell you, as I've told the others, we're out on the Youngs River Bay. Youngs River is up that way, which, by the way, that takes me to a lot of my hunting grounds, my rock hunting grounds in the creeks back that way. But today we're out on the bay where it flows into the Columbia. Those hills in the back, southwest Washington, right across the Megler Bridge. You know what? And if you hang out with me, I'll show you that on the way out. It's a big, beautiful bridge. It's just up over that hill right there. Boom. I should keep walking fast enough to get to the end where we can flip some rocks and show you some eels or something like that. There's some cool critters out here sometimes. But I'm walking way too slow to know if I'm ever going to make it out there. I haven't gone anywhere. Okay, up over the rocks. We'll move it along a little bit. Here, rocky, rocky, rock. Here, Rocky, Rocky, Rock. I'm here looking for you. Come on, jump out. Yeah, I always talk to my environment because I'm kooky. Jason, you say I'm not too far from you? Where are you, in Oregon or Washington? Because if you ever make it to Astoria, look me up, brother. We'll go do something. Of course, I say that, and I got Betty in here going, yeah, sure, he'll get together. He says that, but how often can he actually do it? I want that piece of glass. It's not sharp, so it's been tumbled some. Yeah, I know I probably should have gloves, but I am a tactile guy, and I do not like gloves at all. Ooh, looks sharp. But it's not. It's been tumbled. All the edges are soft. Why not? I like green. I'll take it. I got some jars of glass from here. I know you didn't say anything, Betty. You're wonderful, and you give me all the slack I need. But I feel bad because I can't connect as much as I say I would love to. All right, let's speed it up again, see if we can find anything. Oh, you're right below Salem? All right. There's a small chance that this summer I'm going to be making it to Ashland, and I'm going to stop some different places here and there. Maybe I'll look you up. My kid wants to go to the Shakespeare Festival, and I have family out there. That's an interesting piece of slag. Whoa, my voice went. I wonder what that material is. I might just keep it and then make sure I wash my hands. It's probably lead and other things going on. Yep, and Betty's in Hillsboro. Cool, yeah. Actually, this year, again, I had this feeling when I started the year, before I took my little emotional dump few weeks ago, that this was going to be the year that I wanted to connect with people more than ever. So I'm really hoping to put a couple things together, maybe group up, handful of people, meet up someplace cool and big and well known, like maybe Grays River in Washington or Nehalem. I don't seem to be able to get very far, but maybe I can bring people to me. There's a lot of cool places to hit along Highway 26, although not a lot of them are great for big groups, but I'm sure we can make something happen somewhere. I got 11 people still hanging out with me. That's cool. I ain't even doing very much. But again, the vitamin D is good. And we could get lucky. You just never know. Those couple pieces that I found in the past have been pretty cool. But it's not like rock hounding in an actual natural location where all of those materials are coming out of the earth there. Since this is quarried and mined from other places, the frequency is far less. Let's see. I gotta be boring you by now. Here, let's let you see out here again. Ooh. Oh, look at quackers. Couple little ducks, a mallard and its mate, I suppose. It's a slow day on the river. Yeah, that's what happens. If you guys didn't know, which you don't know, even the good friends don't even know, that when I'm rock hounding by myself, I spend most of the time singing. I'm making up crazy stuff as I go. What's this? Oh, another chunk of slag. Some pieces of slag can really be cool. I'll put it in the bucket. Why not? Wash them up, look at them. Some just end up making it back in the trash can, but I don't take the time to inspect it too much while I'm out here. That's for sure, Jason. I call that urban rock hounding. I mean, I'm not the one that calls it that. I'm sure other people do too. But yeah, I like hitting the landscape rock, and I've found some pretty good ones, really good ones. I have a favorite spot here in town too. There's a gas station just right up the road, less than 3 minutes from here, that's got a lot of nice little stunners. It's all like tumbled. Almost looks like someone tumbled them in their machine and then dropped them all over the ground. Petrified seagull crap. Yes, that's exactly what it is. See, I had a great find today. Yeah, nothing there. Again, I could fill up a bucket of the little quartzite pieces. The little sugar agate stuff. I know you can't tell, but I see them all over the place. I just don't stop unless maybe it's got a little extra color, or, you know. That was green. I thought it was a piece of glass. Got punked. It will polish though. That's true. When I first started coming out here, which was, like I said, it kind of got me sparked again on rocks, which is what, you know, as a kid I had a passion. You walk everywhere, you pick up rocks. Yeah, I loved anything sparkly. And got away from that in life a little bit. But when I came out here, I really got sparked up on it again when I found that cluster and then some agates. And I ended up collecting so much of this little sugar agates, which are really nothing. I got jars of them at home. I probably just bring them back someday and just pour them back out here. A little green something. Don't know what that is. Too small to keep, but it was worth taking a peek at. Who do we still got in here? Got 11. That's cool. All right. Let's take a walk, my friends. We're moving. I'm only going to stop if I see something real nice. Cool, Betty. Thank you. You're heading out. I'm good to occupy the background time. No one really needs to sit there and look at me. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm having fun with myself. Thought I had something there. Okay, let's keep walking. Ooh, nope. See, again tricked. I thought this was some more of that uranium glass pieces, but just another piece of that quartzite type stuff. Nice little tumble green glass. Since the water's tumbling in for me, I'll keep them. All right, let's see. Got anything fun here for us? Like I said, this isn't a spot that usually blows up with anything cool. It's just a chance thing, but I take that vitamin D. Ooh, that's a nice chunky piece of glass. In the bucket. Ooh. Since we're on glass today, apparently, well, I see this little chunk. No big deal, but I'll throw that in the bucket. This is the one that I like right here, I can tell. Yep, got a little embossed down there. Cool shaped piece. I like that one. Thanks again, peoples, for hanging out for a little bit. I told you you'd see more of me. I mean, if you choose to. Oh, slippy. Anything hiding in here? Nope. Yep, I'm getting more shoreline as the tide comes out. Oh, wow. Okay. I made it to the big stuff. I was looking down the whole time. Let's go. We're climbing. See if we can find some critters. Might be difficult with me with one hand holding the phone, but we'll try. So now we're pretty much getting to the converge of the Columbia. It's where the waters are crossing here. Oh, hello, ducks. Near the end of the pier here where they dock some of the boats. See, way out there is the end of the Megler Bridge. Hey, Jason. They say, sorry, got to get going about the day. Hanging in there, brother. Thanks for taking us along. I appreciate you, Jason. Have a wonderful day. I hope you can pop in later for the sale. And, you know, remember, there's always just one more rock. I appreciate you, Jason. You're a good new friend. I'm glad you're popping in more often. Hey, Minty. How you doing? I'm not going to be too long. I'm not going to be too long. Yeah, that's my morning voice. Just having fun out here. I can't even believe I've been out here 40 minutes already. But Minty, we're on the Youngs River Bay area where it connects into the Columbia here in Astoria, Oregon. That's the Columbia where the ship is running. And that's Washington side. Kiersey! Yay! I know you always say you have trouble connecting with us because of your time. I was hoping that this week I'd be able to do something where you'd be able to pop in. That's true, Minty. We always lose track while we're out here. I really came out here again because, you know, 5 days of Fredness. I want to be on live at least once a day, whether it's just to say hi for a half an hour Whether we stay on for a couple hours, whether it's a sail, I don't know. But 5 days through Sunday, I'm going to make you sick of me. But today in Astoria, started overcast, but we ended up with some sun, and I knew it was coming out, so I want to take advantage of some vitamin D, fill my body, fill my soul, let you guys help me with a wonderful day, because my friend's showing up. What else could I ask for? Right? So I'm gonna go out here, as I mentioned. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna flip a couple rocks. Every once in a while we get these cool little eels. After the tide goes down in this area, some of these rocks will have that. So we're gonna see if we can find any. Of course, still always looking for rocks in the riprap. Just never know. Old pieces of pottery. I found some nice blue and whites also, like Chinese, or actually it was Japanese pieces. This, during the time of the canneries, there was a very big Japanese workforce here, as well as Finnish and Norwegian. Let's flip a rock. Oh, that's not what I was looking for, but what do we got there? Nothing. Whoa, what is that? I'm looking for eels right now, or some other critter. Oh, look it. It probably just told me I'm live. It's good to know, YouTube. Didn't realize I was live right now. Let's see. Let's flip this one. Oh, I think I just saw something do a little flippy floop. Sometimes they stay low in the water and they'll kick around, and then they're under another rock. Nope. Let's go with this one. And then I'm probably going to work my way back, walking along the shore again, work my way out of here, get the rest of my day started, and find time to come back to y'all in the evening. Maybe around 4-ish or so, but I got to see who else is on and find a good time for it. Get back over this way. So what do we want to do when I get out of here? Should I walk along the shore again with chances of finding stuff? Or should I take you up to the top there, the levee, and let you get a view of the town and the bridge and all of that? See that big platform? I'm on that. Beautiful day out. Oh, look it. I'm high enough. You can see the Megler. The big, scary bridge. I tell you what, if you do not like heights, you will not like that bridge. I'm telling you what. Going down. All right. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way up to the top of the levee, walk myself out if you want to hang along with me, and then we'll peace out here in about 5 minutes. I have no expectation to find anything fabulous at this point. Come down here for a second. What do we got? Oh, that's plastic. Plastic, it's not that old. Something must have broke out here. I see a lot of plastic. All right, we walking. Maybe I'll stick up to the higher end. It's actually where I found some of the other bigger agates. It's just I have this tendency to want to stay close to the water. Grass, open water, and no snow, right, Kiersey? We got that. Oh, geez. Big heavy metal plate. A lot of rusty metal out here. Very historic town. A lot of building. You got those bridges. You got the... Just seeing some... I like the railroad spikes. So if I find those, I keep them. See, of course I have no idea where this is from. But this is some form of history. Old metal. Last night it was negative 30 Celsius. Now only negative 8. Oh, that's so nice. Sounds warm with that negative 8. Geez, bathing suit weather for you. Did I see Carol? Carol's in the house? Heck yes. Awesome, Carol. I'm working my way out of here, but I'm glad you popped in for a little bit. Out on the Youngs River Bay, where it connects into the Columbia. Just kind of walking the shore, getting some vitamin D, sharing the love. 5 days of Fredness. I'll pop on again tonight, like I was mentioning to others, for continued sail. I don't know if I'll be able to do something every day. Friday I get to go get my eyes dilated, so we'll see how that works for a sail that evening. Watching chat would be fun with dilated eyes, wouldn't it? Look at that big piece. All those plates. Cool. All of this is quarried rock from Washington and Oregon locations. Kind of don't know what you'll get, but for the most part, it's only a lucky chance here and there when you get something really cool. 80 degrees in Florida, holy smokes. Thanks for lurking there, Minty. I'm at work right now. Well, kind of, but not really. Uh-oh, something going on out there. We walking. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Sorry. Berry bushes, lots of berry bushes out here in the PNW. And some of them, they're deadly. They will take you down. I've been actually put to the ground a couple times where I'm walking and a vine that's low in the dirt catches my foot and they do not snap, and it's like getting a trip line on you. What time tonight, Carol? I do not know. I'm going to try to fit in between, see who's on tonight. I'm thinking around 4 my time. Somewhere around there. My wife's got to take my kid River to another doctor appointment. And when they do that, the house will be kind of quiet. I'll probably jump on around then. But I'll try to set something up and let everyone know. I got to get home and get my head on whatever's going on after I eat breakfast. Jeff is, I have the AC on. Man, I'm not sure if that's a complaint or if you're flaunting that. Because there are so many people right now that would love to take an AC over the blanket that they got themselves covered up in. Actually, sometimes there's some really cool ones in this material. It's almost like you would get from when I find some of the agates in the sidewalks, the old sidewalks where they just use the gravel and cement. More of that little sugary agate stuff. Lawn needs all. That's it. That's all your summer. Ooh. If this isn't sharp, then it's been old and tumbled. Let's see what we got here. It says liquor bottle, but it has been tumbled. It's not sharp, so I'll keep that one. Maybe there's some numbers on there. I can ID it. I know it's not worth anything because it's broken, but I still like the history. Sorry, I just caught the reflection off of this. It's got some sort of shale or something going on there. Got the shimmy shimmy. We're almost to my point where I walk up onto the levee. And then when you'll walk out with me, I'll flip it around so you can see my crazy face. And I'll say goodbye. And we'll connect again soon. I really wish I would have found some of that green UV reactive uranium glass. Last time I found it and then I bailed out. I really should have just stayed in that area and seen if I could have found more. It was all within a 20-foot area, but it was, I think that's crazy to me, because why would we have the same type that we know is old all scattered in a relatively same area? It seems like by now, with all the tides, it would have been scattered over long spaces. But, you know, like I say with mineral hunting, when you find one, you stop and look for more, because they seem to family together. Mama Earth, you heading out? I see blessings and love to all. If you are, I appreciate you stopping in. I hope you can spend more time with us. And Manitoba Mike Rocks says hi. Hey there, Manitoba. What's up, my friend? I'm working my way out, but I'm on the Youngs River Bay that connects into the Columbia, right across from Southwest Washington in the town of Astoria. There's a lot of riprap along this area that has been quarried from different locations. So every once in a while you'll find some agates or some quartz. But then there's a lot of history here in Astoria. So you got some old train spikes and other metals, old brick, lots of broken glass that's been tumbled, which I generally collect most of that. So that's what we're doing out here, brother. I actually am pretty impressed that there's 15 people hanging out with me while I'm just walking around out here. I love it. Ooh. Not a whole one, but that's a nice brick chunk. Like if I was making a wall, you know, could use that. But I'm not collecting that today. I might go on a brick run sometime and just come out here and collect all the solid ones. Sometimes you gotta half dig them up. But there are some good ones. But with the tides that come in here, which I would be, I'd be about a foot or so in the water. They come in here pretty aggressive sometimes, so all this stuff gets turned up all the time. I see chunks of brick everywhere in here. Ah, blue water. Galveston, not so much. Yeah, I can see that. Manitoba Mike Rock says, have a great time out there. I'm doing it, bud. I'm working my way towards the top of the levee, and we're gonna... Oh, what do we got here? There's some a spine. Drip, don't want to touch it, but it's there. A lot of hunting out here, so it does not surprise me when I come across big animal parts. Most people do everything ethically, it seems, around here, but every once in a while you'll find a discarded carcass on the side of a road because someone didn't want to manage it properly and things like that. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't know what that is, but it looks like I think that's a bong tube, a glass tube for holding your smokes. Yep. I don't think it's green. It had green in it though. Oh, hello. They creep up on you sometimes. Big cargo ship. I actually had done a video last year. I just never posted it because I don't know. It's hard to keep up with everything. But we have ships come in here as a very tourist town, and we'll have about a dozen ships that come in with 1,500 to 2,000 people, and they all depart into our town, and it's a wave of people here, which some people hate, but without them, we would not have an economy in Astoria. That's where we make all our money. Through the summer, the farmers markets, which is loaded with all kinds of cool booths selling their food and creations, and then all these small little shops, which are often somewhat expensive because during that time, people drop money. You come in from another place and you come into Astoria and people just, here, have my money, I want stuff. But it is pretty amazing to see those massive ships docked right there in front of us, and then just so many people emptying out. I actually thought about doing a farmer's market booth and sell polished thunder eggs. That's a cool piece that's left. Broken brick. More glass. Yeah, might as well throw them in there. Like I said, they'll go in a tumbler someday, or I'll put them in a bag and get them off to someone else so they can tumble them. Considering I have a tumbler that I've had, as I've mentioned, for about 12 years that I've never opened, Lortone would be mad at me. All right, Betty, take care. Thanks for hanging out. Much love, and have a wonderful day. I hope you can pop in tonight, whenever that is. Peace out. All right, we're going up. Let's get ourselves out of here. I got stuff to do, food to eat, more glass I'm picking up. Yep, I just check the edges. If they're smooth, then I know they've been bouncing around in here for a while. Hey, and we had a bonus day. There's no one homeless camping down here, so, you know, that's a bonus. Although, oddly enough, I will tell you, when I've come across people that have been camping out here, they've always been so kind. I walk out there like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm all right. All right. So here we are, the top, got the port, the big Megler Bridge. Astoria proper. That's where all the hills are. All the expensive homes in comparison are on that side. The south facing side of the hill, they get sun. The north facing side, it does not as much. Carol says, sell your tumbler. Actually, Carol, even though I've had it for so long, I think it's just been my resistance to learning how to use it and getting all the different grits and that kind of thing that seemed like a pain in the butt. So I just hadn't done it. And then I actually forgot that I had it for about 8 years. Came across it again after we moved, and there was a part of me that thought about giving it away. But as soon as I do that, someone's going to convince me that I should have had a tumbler, and then I'm going to feel like an idiot. All right, so you know what we're going to do? I'm turning myself around to say hello to you. Let's see. Can you see me? Nope, that's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. Learning light, learning light. Oh, now I can't see anything. Oh my goodness. All right, my friends. Well, thanks for coming out, hanging out with me. 5 days of fun with Fred, right? Okay, so this evening, trying to have another sale. Friday, I'm not sure how it's going to go. Maybe something in the morning, maybe not a sale because they're dilating my eyes, and I have no idea how I'm going to see chat and a sale in the nighttime. So we'll have to see how my eyes get back to normal. I'm going to look at chat real quick. Nope, everyone just said bye to Betty, and that's cool. We got 7 in here. We got 12 likes. I appreciate y'all. My rock family is boom, the best, right? So, yeah, I can't see past the shaded glasses. All right, Carol, Minty, Lonnie. I don't remember who else I missed in there or who's here left. But I love y'all, and we'll catch you later. See ya.